Master Ernest. I hope you know this train's about ready for the all. Jump in a minute.
Forward! Get a move on, boy.
I'm being as fast as I can. Come on.
We'll miss the train, I know we will.
Well, if we do, Fistrum, it will be all your fault. It was you that wanted the chocolate in the first place.
You should be thanking me for thinking of it. Had it been left to some people, we'd have been setting out for the sea without any sustenance at all.
Hurry up, Ernest. Here, grab hold you up.
You didn't tell me it was plain chocolate. They know how I detest plain chocolate.
Oh, do stop grumbling, Fistrum. Sit down.
Sharp's the word, you sputters. If you're not going to miss that train, you're going to have to get a move on quick. I'll take that, miss. Come on, then.
Come on. Ernie's box. Get it quick.
Open the door.
Look out. He's stuck.
Oh, here, let me. Problem solved, you see? We'll pick it up at the other end. Nothing whatever to worry about.
I don't know why you carries that box everywhere, Master Ernest. There ain't no boots wants cleaning in this compartment.
We seem to have landed up at a travelling monster zoo.
Well, it's livestock. We're in the animal carriage.
A travelling monster zoo. Thank you. You know I don't like plain chocolate.
There isn't anything else.
Oh, very well then, but only to please you.
Fast asleep, bless 'em. In the land of Nod. They was that excited at going to the seaside, they was up and washed and dressed before the crack of dawn.
What about you, Millie? Are you excited at the prospect of the seaside?
I'm looking forward to the seaside again, sir, and that's a fact. But I ain't looking forward to going back to that there boarding house, and I don't mind who knows it. It gives me the goosebumps just thinking of that Miss Mincing.
Miss Mincing, Millie, hasn't been there for months. She leased the business out to someone else. I have it on the very best authority.
Happens that's so, sir. But I fair slaved my fingers to the bone in that there boarding house, and it ain't easy to forget it.
All the more reason why you should enjoy it the second time around. On the last occasion, you were there as a kitchen maid. This time, you'll be staying as a bona fide guest.
If you say so, sir, I'm sure it's so.
I do say so, Millie. All that will be required of you is that you get the children on parade and so on. See they clean their teeth, keep them entertained and such forth. The relief of maffacking on the sands. Charge of the light brigade on the dockies. Tudum, tudum, tudum. You'll enjoy yourself now, eh?
You ain't getting me on no donkey law, love you, sir. Still, so long as they enjoy themselves in it, eh?
We're moving, Fistrum. It's a moving train. We're in the animal carriage.
I'm not talking about moving with the train. This box is on the move as well. It's almost like I can feel it. Still.
We are moving. Have a look, Fistrum, while I open the lid of the box.
You put it to the way. I can't do it. It's as if we were hanging over some vast abyss.
I can't shift it.
Well, just give it one more try spell,
Do
boy.
it sideways. never get back inside that box again now.
Oh, who cares, Spellbush?
I do. I was getting very attached to that box. It was beginning to feel like home.
Well, it never felt like home to me. It was always full of your biscuit crumbs, for one thing, and it wasn't big enough for another. It was like living in a boot box.
It is a boot box.
Well, Fistram, we got
It's not the point at issue, Broker. If we're not back inside that box by the time we get to the seaside...
Oh, yes. Oh, I see. Try this way. Come on.
Try that way.
You come on.
Did you hurt your hand? What about me? Any more good ideas, Fistram?
What? It wasn't my fault.
I don't think I can hold her. Come on. Oh, come on, Ralph. Out. Oh, that's it. Go on.
Is it safe?
Safe? Of course it's safe. It's a rabbit.
I've just escaped by the skin of my teeth, Fistram, from being pierced by a pitchfork, run over by a train. Well, if you'd have suffered either of those experiences, you'd be wary of a newborn mouse.
It's a rabbit.
I know it's a rabbit.
Enough in here for the moment, Broker. We, may as well make ourselves comfortable.
Would either of you care for a morsel of carrot?
Certainly not.
Put it down.
Well, we're still hurry. Hurry.
It's locked. We're fastened in.
Come on, get me in that door, just easy and get you out. There.
Can I have my box, please?
Hold your horses, young, and it's first come, first served on this man's railway. Just one more then.
Look
There you are, Reginald. That's what the cobbler threw at his missus. Now then, young man, what were your pleasure? Hang on, I know.
I'd say porter.
One box, boot cleaning for the use of. Now then.
Got it. I know where to.
Don't just stand there, sniggering and smirking.
Get us out of here!
I refuse to believe it.
Refuse to believe what, Sarah?
Ooh, stop slummocking in that slothful manner, Harwell, and get out of that chair. You're creasing my antimacassar, to say nothing of soiling it with your foul-smelling Turkish heathen hair oil. Get me the bookings ledger. It's on the desk. Quickly! Oh, I don't believe it.
The old billy goat's back. And the boot-black box. And the boot-black urchin. And a girl to boot.
And Melilotte's been more to the point, the idle sloven. I knew there was a party of 4 expected, but I never in my wildest dreams... Oh, here it is. A party of 4. 2 adults, 2 children.
You realise what this means, Sarah?
I realise it only too well, Harwell. I arrive back to take up residence in my own home after pursuing the wildest of wild goose chases all these months, only to discover that very same wild goose chase arriving on my own front doorstep.
Nay, Sarah, it means that heaven has smiled down on us at last.
Watch thy tongue, brother. Be careful of thy blaspheming.
But it has, it has. I said that old goat knew more about those cunning creatures than he pretended. I told you that boot-black urchin was no mere figment of my imagination. I knew that boot-black box would one day fall into my lap. It means that fortune and riches are within our grasp.
It also means you'd best get yourself into the kitchen. They've almost unloaded their luggage.
You're right, Sarah. You're absolutely right. The old goat's seen me in too many disguises, too many times to see me as I am myself. I must hide myself at once.
Nay, Harwell, I was not considering your concealment. If I'm to attend to a party of lodgers without a single servant in the house, someone must attend to the chores. Potatoes, Harwell, do not peel themselves. Get a pinafore around yourself.
A pinafore, Sarah? Me?
You heard me, Harwell, and be quick.
Come along, children. Together.
Good day to you, Mr. Garstanton.
I was mincing. We understood that you had gone.
Which only goes to prove, Mr. Garstanton, that one should set small store by idle gossip. Well then, are you to bring your luggage in? Or am I to stand here with my front door open, allowing the dust and dirt to blow into my household willy-nilly?
I'll put it in. Come along, Millie. Children, give me a hand.
Brat's bedded down, sister.
Yes, and without a word to the Almighty.
Did you manage to get your hands on that urchin's boot-black box yet?
I haven't had the chance. The ragamuffin carries it with him everywhere. Besides, I've got more important things to do. Have you not finished that task yet?
I'm doing the best I can, sister. I was not brought into this world to be a skivvy.
No, and I wasn't brought into this world to be a skivvy either.
What's skivvy?
Well, that's skivvy, of course. Who else? I'd had my fill of that slattern when I had her under my roof as a kitchen maid. Wasting my money. Slapping on precious black lead like a bricklayer slaps on mortar.
The devil take the girl, Sarah. Can't you forget your erstwhile slavey for a single second?
Forget her? How can I forget her when I've got her in my very house? Warming herself in front of my fire, sleeping betwixt the sheets I myself have laid, expecting me to wait upon her as if she were some sort of high-born lady, when all the time I know she's nothing but a feckless, idle flippity-gibbet, no better than she should be. And as for that fool of a photographer that had the gall to bring them here, I tell you this, Harwell, the 4 of them may sleep within these walls tonight, but business or no business. Tomorrow, as far as I'm concerned, they may take up residence under the pier.
Whatever you wish, Sarah. Tonight is all the time I shall need to get my hands on those cunning creatures. Here, give the brats some bedtime milk.
Give them milk? Now I know you've gone out of your mind. Do you imagine that milk grows on trees? If they thirst, there is water in the tap.
Milk will make them sleep, Sarah. And while they're in the land of dreams, I shall steal into their room and get my hands at last on those cunning little creatures. Isn't half a pint of yesterday's milk a meagre price to pay for such a bargain?
Little creatures, oh, Harwell, Harwell. If only there were a price upon your sanity, I would skimp and scratch and save, if only for poor mother's sake, to pay for it.
Take them up some milk, and before this night is out, I shall prove to you beyond any reasonable doubt that I am in full possession of my senses.
They are here. You saw them bring the box into the house. They must be here somewhere. With contents as valuable as it contains, would you leave it lying about in full view?
Well, Howell, aren't we going to see your little creatures? Aren't you going to open the box?
Nay, Sarah. Hey! You have doubted the existence of my living miniatures all these months. Aye, and my sanity besides. I want to look into your face when you are forced to eat your words. The pleasure's yours. Gently, Sarah. Gently does it. We don't want the cunning little devils to escape, do we? Well, how many, Sarah? How many of them are there? My encounters with them have prompted me to believe they are 3 in number, but I should be grateful for your confirmation of the fact.
4, Howell. I think I counted 4.
4? An unexpected and added bonus. And how are they, Sarah? What is their mood? A trifle fractious, perhaps, huh? Are they anxious to sample the night air?
Nay, Howell. I think they are more anxious to sample the washtub. They are 2 pairs of those brats' filthy stockings. I leave you to decide what should be done with them. When you are finally certified, Howell, I will be the first to admit that it would prove only right and proper for me to share your padded cell. I should never have listened to all your nonsense in the first place. I'm going to my room. I trust you can find your own way to bed. In the dark.
Hey Ernie, you know what today is, don't you?
Of course I do. It's Seaside Day. It's today we're after the sands.
I'm really excited. I bet they are as well. Did you sleep all right? Was it comfortable?
Made a change. A little lacking in dignity, perhaps.
Well, it had more dignity than that food box.
Hey, it's a good job you wasn't in that box last night. It's gone.
Are you sure you left it there?
Positive. Somebody must have pinched it while we were asleep.
Who wants to pinch no boot box?
My dear child, It's as plain as a plumstone who took it. Harwell Mincing. What did I say to you two? If Sarah Mincing's here, can Harwell be far behind? That's why we chose to sleep in the hat box.
Oh, really? It was nothing of the kind. It was because I refused to spend another night in a box full of his biscuit crumbs.
If it hadn't been for the biscuit crumbs, you would have slept in the boot box. And where would you be now?
It had nothing whatsoever to do with biscuit crumbs. It was all due to my foresight and leadership.
Biscuit crumbs.
Foresight, leadership.
Biscuit crumbs.
Foresight, leadership.
Do be quiet, both of you.
If you don't shut up, all three of you, we shan't bring you any breakfast.
If you don't behave, we won't take you with us to the sea either.
The sea.
At last.
Yes. All due to my foresight and leadership.
There now, that'll get rid of them.
What's that?
Their account, of course. I told you, I'm giving them their marching orders today.
Sarah, you can't.
But I am.
Listen to me. I know we were not entirely successful last night.
Not entirely successful.
But we can't stop now. Think of the time and effort wasted. Consider the money we've invested in this enterprise.
I've invested, if the truth be known.
You shall have it all back, sister. 1,000-fold. With interest. Sarah, those brats know where the cunning creatures are located. We must keep them here. In this house. Only for a day or two more. I swear it. Pander to them. Be pleasant.
Oh, goodness gracious. Are you all leaving your breakfasts? No appetites, I don't suppose. Well, happy day. The sun, the sea, and the sand will soon put pay to that, I'll be bound. Thank you, dear. Oh, by the by, the little boy's box has chanced to find its way into my parlour.
Oh, I do apologise, Miss Mincing. I'll see.
No, Mr. Gastanton. No, may I call you Ralph? That's not what I meant at all. But I chanced to notice some dirty linen inside. 2 pairs of the little dear's stockings, in point of fact. Thank you. I'll rinse them through for you, shall I? We wouldn't want anything to keep dear Millie indoors when she should be outside, letting the sun get the roses in those cheeks. Off to the beach now, are you? Enjoy your excursion.
There. You see, Millie? She's not such a bad sort after...
I can't do it, Harwell. I can't. I can't.
Yes, you can.
What a lark, eh? This is the last, all right? Here! I don't know why you built your castle so close to the sea. It get washed away when the tide comes in.
We don't care. We wanted it close to the sea.
As close to the sea as possible.
It doesn't matter that it's only for a little while. Just smell the delicious sea air.
We'll be out there on it one day, Mistress. One of these fine days, we'll get a ship.
With the wind in her sails and her prow pointing towards the horizon.
One of these fine days.